The Flash usually serves terrible and wet fart punishments to his villains whenever he beats them because his heart is made of gold and he's more forgiving than God. But in this story, the Flash finally broke and forgiveness leaves his body. Because the Flash's punishment for this comic's villain wasn't death, it was something so scary, scarier than kissing a woman. And we're gonna see that in the all Flash comic one-shot. So the story starts with the Flash, who's actually Wally West this time around, not Bart Allen since he passed down the mantle. But anyways, Wally talks about his first time getting to know Bart Allen, who's Barry's grandson, and how he went from swallowing boogers to becoming a versatile speedster known as Impulse to then being the next person to don the name The Flash. But it looks like that will never happen to Bart because he's sleeping with the fishes, and Wally is chasing his killer. And I know you donkeys probably broke your neck in shock because how is Bart suddenly dead? Well, 1 hour ago, Wally was saving his family from being sucked into the Speed Force, but thanks to his supersonic speed, he was able to avoid getting sucked, and he saved his family. And on top of that, his family got to meet the Avengers, so it looked like everyone was having a good time until Batman suddenly reported that Bart Allen was apparently murdered. And that apparently turned into a definitely, because on the next page, we see this piece of meat lying down like a toy with his girlfriend Valerie and his grandmother Iris crying over top of him. And the people who put them down were the Rogues Gallery, and they immediately regretted what they did because they had no idea they signed up to put down a literal child. And like a politician, they started pitting the blame on other people. But this time was kind of valid because the Rogues Gallery blamed Inertia for making them do this. And if you don't know Inertia, he's basically a clone of Bart Allen and his arch enemy. And as a result of his schemes, this buffoon started running away at the speed of light because this guy is scared of the consequences of what may happen to him. But there's no time to be scared because Wally West, this Beyblade, tornadoes his way to Inertia, clocks him in the back, and takes him on a journey around the world. Every single crevice of the earth, Wally West was there, and he was getting faster and stronger with time, which made Inertia realize something. Wally is technically the reason why Bart is gone, because when he escaped the Speed Force at the beginning of the story, he sapped out Bart's Speed Force energy with him. This is why, according to Inertia, he was so easy to put down. And this realization put a disgusting smile on this piece of horseradish, which was probably the most idiotic thing he could do right now, because his taunting made Wally even more mad. But he knew he couldn't kill him because that's not what Flashes do. He knew not to cross that line, but he was going to do something much more heinous than that. But we don't get to see it right away because there is a slight flash forward where Wally is with Iris, who's helping him move into his new house. And Iris asks what's going to happen with Inertia, and Wally says that there's nothing to worry about because this madman, this genius level goofy gobbler, has turned Inertia into a literal statue that he put in the Flash Museum. Because when he was running with him, he not only sucked in his ability to move fast, he also sucked in his ability to just move. And now he's just standing there. He's still full of life, but he is completely empty of motion. And everyone knows that humiliation is far worse than death. And that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.